Hey Austin Youth Fitness community, it's Coach Allie here to introduce week 5 at home running. I can't believe we're already at week 5. Well over halfway through, almost to the end of our at home programming. And I feel certain that you are already feeling the benefits, feeling fitter, feeling faster if you're doing our running program, feeling like you're stronger on the bike if you're doing our biking program. And we're just thrilled to have been able to offer this to you in this time when we can't get together in person. So thank you for being a part of Austin Youth Fitness. And here we go with week 5. Week 5 programming is really kind of all the previous week's lessons coming together. We are doing a timed mile this week, and in that timed mile, you have to work on pace. You have to take what you've learned about pacing and apply it. You have to work on speed a little bit. You need to know that in a timed mile, you start slow, but maybe pick it up at the end, push yourself a little bit. So that's the speed component that we worked on in week 3. You have to maintain good form and good body alignment. That's strength, that's postural strength and overall strength. And that's what we introduced in week 2. Week 4, just last week, we talked about and worked on endurance, overall endurance and breathing through the tough stuff. Obviously, you're going to need to apply your endurance and your knowledge of breath work to help you get through the tough stuff when you run your timed mile this week. The timed mile, we'd like to encourage you to figure out your course. Maybe it's a course in your neighborhood, maybe it's 4 loops around a track, or if you come here to West Enfield Park, that's 5 laps around the perimeter of the field. Now that's not the entire park. That's not going around the tennis courts and the pool. That's just this big open field. If you follow the tree line around this field and then go way behind the backstop, again, kind of following the tree line, if you make those big loops, 5 times around is about a mile. So you could come here to West Enfield Park to do your timed mile. So with that said, we're encouraging you before you get out and run your mile to walk the course. So walk 4 laps at a track or walk 5 laps here at West Enfield, or mark off a course in your neighborhood and walk it first. And when you're walking it together as a family, talk about all the things you're gonna consider as you're running it. You're gonna consider your pace, starting at a bear and finishing at a horse or a cheetah. You're going to consider your breathing. You're going to consider your posture and staying strong as you run, all those things that you've been working on. So walk your timed mile course first. Maybe do that first part of the week and then plan to do your running timed mile later in the week. Also consider finding a time early in the day. It's really warm this afternoon. It's in the 90s and our bodies haven't quite acclimated to the heat. So I'd encourage you to run in the morning before it heats up too much. You're gonna perform better and feel better. If you do have to run in the afternoon, just take that into consideration. Make sure you drink lots of water and just give yourself the option to stop and walk if you need to during your timed mile, knowing that your body may be just too hot and needing to slow down a little bit. That's okay. Speaking of getting too hot, overheated, there's something called a side stitch that often happens in runners when you overheat or when you exert yourself in a way that your body's just not used to. You've probably all experienced it. It's a little bit of a cramping in your belly area. And the way to battle that or beat that, if you do your timed mile and you get a side stitch, is just to slow down to a slow bear pace jog or a walk, a turtle walk, and bend forward slightly and put some pressure on that cramp, on that side stitch. A little bit of a pressure, breathe deep. Remember to breathe through the tough stuff. And then stand tall again. You're doing this all the while you're still walking or jogging. Stand tall and reach your arms up as you continue walking or jogging, and then bring your hands back down and give it another little push, kind of massage it out, slow the breathing down, and then hopefully that'll help get through that side stitch, work it out, and then you can get back to your running. Let's review, warm up, drills, and then you'll be ready to do your timed mile later this week. After 5 weeks of Austin Youth Fitness, I think you're very familiar, well versed in warm up and drills, but we're still going to talk you through it here briefly in this week 5 video. I've got my coaches to help me out, help me demo. This is Coach Ellie and this is Coach Lucy, and we are going to do an in-place warm up. Many times we do a jog around the park, a bear pace jog around the park, or a bear pace jog around our house. But for today, we're going to show you an in-place warm-up that you might choose to do instead of a bear pace jog, especially on a hot day. Maybe find a shady spot where you're staying out of the direct sun for your warm-up. All right, set your body up, shrug and roll your shoulders, lift your heart, lift your chest, pull your tummy muscles in tight, arms up, ready to run, jog in place. Bear pace jog. You want your warm-up jog or your warm-up activity in place to be about 5 minutes. Then you move to your drills. So we'll do just a few examples of some warming up in place activities that bring the heart rate up gradually, warm the body, and give you that bear pace feeling. All right, so a light jog is obviously one exercise to include in a stationary warm-up. Hands on hips, bounce your feet like you're jumping rope, and now bounce it out and in, jumping jacks. In jumping jacks, you keep a little bend in your knees, you keep your tummy nice and tight, and you keep that chest up, heart up, proud chest. Good. Now, instead of jumping out and in, let's do a side tap out and in, out, in. This is another warming up exercise that's good for you parents. If the bouncing hurts your knees or your hips, this is a low impact version or option that you can do instead of jumping jacks. And let's just combine those two for today's warm up. Let's do 10 jumping jacks and then 10 side taps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make it a side tap. 1, 2, 3. Put weight on the center leg, the weight bearing leg under the body, and just tap it side. 2 more. Back to your jumping jacks. Let's do 1 more set of each. So maybe you combine the high impact with the low impact movement. Give your body a little break from the bounce and the impact if you need to. Back to the side tap. 1, 2, bend the base knee, bend that supporting leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bring it center, hold it center. Now instead of tapping wide, let's step it all the way, put weight on that leg, and drop into a squat. Now bring it back in. Step side and squat. So another nice warming up movement you can do is this deep stepping squat. Get low in your hips, stay proud in your chest. Now see if you can keep that chest up and body tall, but touch the ground and send the arms straight up. Squat down. Let's do 10 more, 5 more each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your belly pulled tight. Send your hips down and back. Good. 2 more. Now keep your body moving, but instead of a squat, make it a lunge. So lunge side. Bring the hands up in front to bring it together. Lunge side, reach across and tap down. Hands in front. Reach down, tap. Diagonal stretch. Another great dynamic stretch and movement for a warm-up. Good, 5 more. All right, and as you know, after your bear pace jogging warm-up or your bear pace stationary warm-up, you move right into drills. So we've now got Coach Sally here helping us demo the drills. We start our drills with that high knee or high pull. So let's do it in place. Lift the feet from the ground and run it fast. It's like a cheetah pace run in place when you're doing high knees in place. Obviously, if you can travel your high knee drill, that is ideal, but it works in place too. All right, stop and rest. Take a breath. From high knees, we move into seat kickers. I like to do seat kickers with hands on hips to keep my body in that long, strong positioning where ribs and hips are connected. The drill is similar to high knees in that you're moving your feet quickly. It's a fast foot activity. fast feet, quick feet. Pull your feet from the ground and draw that foot right up to the seat. Good, that's the seat kicker drill. Once again, we're showing you what it looks like in place if you're opting to do your drills in place, but if you can travel these drills, that would be ideal too. Okay, so high knees, seat kickers. From there we move into skips. A low skip in place is a little tricky and feels a little strange at first, but it looks like this. It's a step, hop, hop, or kind of like a little bounce hop. So in the same way a skip is a step with a hop, you're just doing that same action in place. So you can do really all of your drills in one spot if you don't have room to move, or if like a day on a day like today where it's really hot and you need to kind of conserve energy before you move into your main set, your timed mile, you might want to stay in a shady spot. So that might be another reason you do your drills in place. From your low skip, we go to high skips, same action, a little bounce hop or step hop, but now lift the knee with your skip. From there we move into laterals, and when I say laterals, I'm talking about those sliding or shuffling drills. You can do a slide or a shuffle in place by simply moving your body in a step touch action. So let's do this together so we're not running into each other. All three of us, step right and touch, left touch. So once again, a lateral drill in place looks like this. You can add a little hop, make it kind of a speed skater movement. That's a good way to do your slides or your shuffles in place. To do a karaoke in place or a grapevine, I like to do a jumping jack with a crossover. So out, across, and alternate the leg that comes across in front. Yeah, good. Okay, so those are examples of drills done stationary that we would typically do traveling. And again, you might want to opt for that on a hot day, like before your timed mile this week. Instead of running out in the sun, do some warming up in place in a shady spot, and then get right to your timed mile. Okay, I think I've covered everything in our week 5 lesson plan. Don't forget after your timed mile to be sure and take some time to cool down. At least another quarter, maybe another half mile cool down would be good. So after you finish your timed mile run, take a good 5-10 more minutes to walk and do some dynamic stretching. By dynamic stretching, I mean like a traveling knee raise. Include some of that in your walking out and cooling down, or a traveling hunter kick, slow seat kicker. Some movements to cool your body down and allow your body to return to a resting level, but slowly. You don't want to drop too quickly after that timed mile. And of course, maybe play a game or two, finish with some fun, some stretching, and you've completed week 5. All right, let's finish with our Austin Youth Fitness chant. Come on, Harles. Here we go, hands in, everyone. Austin Youth Fitness, yeah. Austin Youth Fitness, yeah. Austin Youth Fitness, yeah. Don't forget, we have changed our live class format. We're now on Zoom with Coach Chauvin, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12:30. And it's just a 30-minute Zoom workout with Mr. Chauvin. On Mondays, he covers our running lessons. On Wednesdays, he covers the weekly lesson for the biking programs, but we encourage our running kids to show up on Wednesdays too. And then Fridays is a family fun workout with Coach Chauvin, again at 12:30 on Zoom. He will send out the link to join the Zoom meeting. So check your email and look for that. Be on the lookout for that. One more thing, we are still offering Facebook Live videos, same days of the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3:30. So if you miss the 12:30 class, Zoom class with Mr. Chauvin, you can join me and my coaches, Sally, Lucy, Ellie, Liam, and Lainey, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Facebook Live 3:30. So we hope to see you, and we are so appreciative and grateful for your participation in our at-home programming. Have a great week 5, and we'll see you next time.